We're going to do a fist to 5. On a scale of 0 to 5, how would you rate your team in being descriptive and not valuative, relying on the criteria, and going by what you see, not by what you feel, in scoring that social studies task? So 0 is like, we were like evaluative. We said I like, I think, or you write, well, this is what I do. Okay? 5 being, we rocked it. So on a scale of 0 to 5, where is your team on those norms? Cool. Awesome. Awesome. I'm going to encourage you. I'm seeing lots of 3s, 4s, and 5s, which is awesome. Make sure you continue that when it's your colleague's task. Okay, I'm going to bring it back together and say it one more time. Make sure you're doing that when it's your colleague's task as well. Okay? And let's see, what do we have next? The next steps? Okay, so we're going to turn it over to Kristen for next steps, and she will answer that question we have here.
Okay, so where are we going to go with this? And I know you're all excited to start your weekend here, so we'll get through this. First of all, on December 3rd is our next professional development, and Miller and Marshalltown and the high school, we will be doing that. It's a Wednesday. There are a lot of people gone from the high school, and so therefore, what we'd like for you to do, Miller, you probably can go ahead with this and select the person that is going to be bringing the task. We'd like for 2 of you to bring a task to that professional development, okay? Now, the groups that have a lot of people missing, we need you to decide who's going to send out an email next week and get the conversation going amongst your members to find out who's going to bring in the task to look at. Okay, is there a question? Okay. And make sure you have at least 2. 2 people bring tasks so that in case somebody's gone. You're bringing the task December 3rd. It's a Wednesday, professional development. Yes. Okay, can I have your attention still? Please? And maybe you were already doing this next step. Okay, hang on. We need you to pick not only who's going to bring the task, but their facilitator. Okay? And I see MLA is using a very scientific way of selecting that person. Okay.
So when you think about that task that you want to be bringing, look at and remember that rules of thumb. It's something that you want to be changed. It's not just a general old assignment. It's something that is in that higher level thinking. It's something that you're willing to maybe have changed. Again, don't bring your most favorite, awesomest project and have it get poo-pooed on the first time. That's not going to feel good. So bring something that you know, hey, this could have some change to it. Also, to Tim's question, the task that you bring needs to have the unwrapped standard with it. So that's kind of your cue that if you have not, unwrapped those standards, that work needs to continue. Because you cannot bring a task to the table that does not have an unwrapped standard with it. So if you want a task to be analyzed, then you need to make sure that you have that unwrapped standard.
I'm going to make a quick comment, and I'll try to do this really loud. Make sure what's also most beneficial, if it's something you haven't taught, if you want feedback on it to make it better.
Thank you. Make sure it could be something that's coming up, so I can make it better, and then before I do it. If you don't have unwrapped standards for that, then, okay, so it's maybe something I taught. That'd be like my second choice, and I want to make it better for next year. We really want it to be something that you can improve upon and still use this year. So you can see, get the value out of the process now while it's coming up.
And so then if you are that presenting teacher, make sure that you look at that little kind of checklist before you come. Make sure you've got the unwrapped standard, make sure you've got the lesson, make sure you've got all that information that you can answer for your team. And then also when we come on the 3rd, I don't know the location at the high school or at Miller where we'll be meeting, but make sure that you have your AIW scoring guide, your rubrics, and then any other handout that might help you on the 3rd. Okay?
Thank you, Kristen. At this time, I would like to personally thank Melissa Hessner for the work that she's done with us today. Thank you. The instructional coaches have been pretty fine today, too. Before we move into the kind of the final segment of our day, can I have one volunteer who will be proud and stand up and explain what the next step is in your work with lesson study? What's happening in December, that first Wednesday in December? Yes.
I think that I heard that we are supposed to have chosen 2 people to bring lessons and chosen a facilitator. And we're going to meet somewhere, I assume at the media center at the high school, library, and we'll go through this process with our lessons. And if we have absentee people in our group, we're supposed to have picked someone to email the group and, in my opinion, say, you were absent, so you just bring lessons. Oh, and unwrap the standard.
Of an unwrapped standard. Thank you for being brave and standing up there. If you wouldn't mind putting together in your green book a couple of handouts that you are going to need on that day. Make sure that the bright green sheet is inside your book. And I recommend 2 other pieces of paper in your book. The 30 features and the web's depth of knowledge. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to find those, find a paper clip on your desk, flip them together, and then we'll move on.